Hola chicos, hang in there, we're almost done. We've got formal commands left to do. I know there are 2 kinds here, but they're easy as pie because you've learned all the nitty-gritty with the affirmative and negative 2 commands. All right, here we go. So for usted commands, these are commands that you would use for showing respect when asking or commanding someone to do something for you. If, in general, rule of thumb, if you would use the usted form with them, then you would use this command form, okay? I'm going to explain to you what to do for the proper forming of the command, and then I'm going to show you a little trick, okay? So to form these, again, you're going to put the verb in the O form, you're going to drop the O. This time, you're going to add the opposite vowel, not S. In the negative, we added the opposite vowel in S. This time, here's my trick, you're going to drop that S. So for AR verbs, it's just E. For IR/ER verbs, it's just A. I will show you some examples of those here in just one moment. To form negative usted commands, super easy, guys. All you have to do is put the no in front of the command, and guess what? It does not change your ending, which is so beautiful. So again, to form these, you're going to have for AR verbs, it is E. For for IR/ER verbs, it's A. If the command has a stem change, it still stem changes here. If the command is a kargarzar, you still kargarzar that verb. You just drop the S. Okay? That's really important that you guys remember. Stem changes happen, kargarzars happen. Okay? The irregulars, these were the same ones from our Jingle Bells song. I'm not going to sing you the Jingle Bells on this. I just want you to know that pon. Okay, then we've got no pongas for the negative 2 commands. For the usted, you drop that S, so it's just ponga. For the affirmative, it's ten. For the negative 2, it's no tengas. For the usted, it's tenga. You drop that S. Then we've got diga, salga, venga, haga, sea is just irregular, and vaya, just irregular. Okay? So for the reflexive placement for the affirmatives, okay, remember that when you're doing affirmatives, it goes on to the end. Negatives, the pronoun comes in the front of the command. Affirmative, it hooks on. Negatives, it goes in the front. So lavarse las manos, wash your hands. If I was asking someone that I didn't know very well to do this, I would say lávese las manos with an E here because this is an AR verb. Remember, we switch our vowels. Se, because this is the reflexive pronoun for the usted form. And then we've got lávese, 3 syllables. So here's my first vowel, here's my second vowel, accent on the third. So for reflexives, on the negatives, no accents are required because this goes in the front. Moverse is my verb. Se is my reflexive. No se mueva el coche. Don't move the car. Okay? For object pronouns, direct is the green here. Indirect is the pink. Okay? Remember, direct answers what or who after the verb. So do your homework. What do I do? The homework. Hágala, hágala. Here's my first vowel. Here's my second vowel. Accent on the third. La is it. Gets taken because tarea is feminine and singular. Don't sing the song for her. For her is my indirect object pronoun. Okay? Who do I not sing the song for her. Remember, IDOPs are only used for people, okay? And since this is negative, here's my command. My pronoun goes straight in front of that. No le canté la canción. I have an E here because this is an AR verb. All right, my loves, I hope this is making sense to you. It's starting to click. I'm really crossing my fingers for you. Please make sure you color code everything. You're jotting your questions down. I'll be there to answer them tomorrow. Okay, so just some practice. If I wanted to say drink, But in the usted form, I would say beba, because this is an ER verb. I have an A. See, salir, this is one of our irregulars. Salga. Pedir is an E to I stem changer. Pida. And then remember what I said. Okay, stem changers still exist. Gar verbs, car and zar, still exist. So, no juegue, I drop that S from the to form, the negative to form. Note, keep all irregularities, stem changes, car, gar, zars, and your 8 irregulars here. All right, kids, let's just keep on a truckin'. Remember, if you need to stop the video to write some things down, totally fine to do that. Okay, my loves, last form of commands. Woohoo! Let me get a woohoo! You better be doing it right now as a class in unison. All right, I know that this says for showing respect. I literally copied and pasted the slide and then as a goofball forgot to change this. Ustedes commands are talking about a group of people that you want to do something. So if I wanted to command my whole class to stand up, I would say levántense. If I wanted you guys to sit down, siéntanse. So those are those whole group commands. It doesn't really have anything to do with showing respect. So for these, super easy, okay? You're going to put the verb in the O form, you're going to drop the O, you're going to add the opposite vowel, and this magic letter N, okay? Add the opposite vowel and N. So for AR verbs, we have EN. For ER verbs, we have AN. When you are going from a negative to command to the usted, you are dropping the S, you are adding the N. So from the usted to the ustedes, you are adding an N. And I'm going to show you a chart that's going to make this very, very clear to you here very shortly. To negate these commands, all you have to do is hit no in the front. Doesn't change the meaning at all. Okay, here we go. Irregulars, guess what? They are the same. You just add ends. I hope you're seeing a pattern here. So we've got pongan. If I wanted to say don't put, no pongan. It does not change the ending. You just put no in the front. So pongan, tengan, digan, salgan, vengan, hagan, sean, and vayan. For washing your hands, I'm going to use the exact same example. The only thing that changes is this N right here. Okay? Lávense is 3 still. 1, 2, accent on the third. Okay? And still the se because this is an ustedes. And the reflexive pronoun for ustedes is se. Reflexive negatives, guys, this is also important to remember that your negative reflexives come before the verb. So, no moverse el coche, no se muevan, please change this to an A, el coche. No se muevan el coche. I added an N here because this is ustedes. My reflexive pronoun comes from the front, and then please add an A instead of an E because this is an ER verb. Okay, so let's go down here to the object pronouns. I used the exact same example. Do the homework. Y'all do your homework. Háganla. I just changed this to an N. Don't sing the song for her. Who am I not singing the song for? Her. Le goes in front because this is negative. Okay, and then this is an AR verb, so I have an EN ending. Okay, let's make some magic happen. I wanted to show you this chart because it's really important that you guys start to see the patterns here, okay? So these are my verbs. These are the meanings. This is affirmative to, this is negative to, this is usted and ustedes. I like this because I think you can start to see patterns, okay? For comer, to eat. If I just said, you eat your food, come, right? Got an ER verb, chop off the ER, you add an E. Over here, when you negate this command, you are going to chop off the ending. You add the opposite vowel, which is an A, and then you add S, okay? So no comas. For usted, guess what you do with that S? You drop it. So now it's just coma. If I wanted to say don't eat, but I wanted this to be the usted form, I would say no coma. It does not change the ending. So from usted to ustedes, you add an N. That's it. So easy. Okay? The most difficult part is when to put the pronouns on and all the little rules and details that you have to have for those. But simply forming a command, it's just a matter of remembering all the little tidbits. Okay, so we've got the verb hablar, habla, no hables, es, because it's an AR verb. Then we've got hable, drop the S, hablen, add the N. Okay, here, poner, this is one of our irregulars. First one of our Jingle Bell song, pon. Okay, then here we have to put this in the yo form, drop the O and add as, no pongas. Drop the S, ponga, add the N, pongan. Okay. Another thing to remember, usually the two forms have S's on them. Okay, ustedes, because it's plural, have N's on them, if that helps you in any way, shape, or form. Encontrar is a UE stem changer. So I've got a stem change here, encuentra. Then I add the opposite vowel, an S. No encuentres. Drop the S, encuentre. Add the N, encuentren. Okay? Jugar, to play, juega. No juegues. This is a gar verb. Okay? This is also a U to UE verb. So no juegues. Drop the E, add the N. Buscar is a car verb, but that doesn't get funky until the negative. So we've got busca, no busques with an ES or a QUES, I should say. Drop the S, add the N. All right, my loves, I hope you found that this was helpful. I've got a mandato grid that I'm going to give to you and some sentence examples. We're going to just muddle our way through this over the next couple of days. Write your questions down, highlight this stuff. If you don't write this grid down, that's okay, because you are going to do a grid on a sheet of paper right now. Okay, my loves, I'm so proud of you. I know that this was so much information. I adore you. I will see you soon. Thanks, guys.